Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video, I'm going to be just showing some gameplay from my stream yesterday. You know, I had this match on Widow's Court, and you know, I queued into this lobby, and there were 3 guys on the other team that were all partied up, right? Some unbroken titles and all that business, and controverse, whole handheld Nova builds, all that business. Which is fine. That's the way they want to play. All good and gravy. But I was playing really well this match on Widow's Court, and I was just wondering, like, geez, why are we losing? Like, I'm fragging out here. I almost had a Wii ran, I think. I was like, well, I don't know. It was like a 13 or 14 kill streak, I think. I don't know. Almost a Wii ran. Ooh, I might be rounding up a little bit. But I was playing really, really well, right? And I was pretty happy with myself. But I was like, geez, why are we losing by so much? At one point, I tried to hold C down on my own for a couple of minutes, and I played really well. I was streaking, running around naked. No, that's not what I mean. I was getting kills and no deaths. Yeah, nice little use of the melee ability there. I've been liking using that melee ability, by the way, with the buzzard, because it's got swashbuckler. But I use my vertical space here in the church really well. This is actually like the ideal space to use heat rises, because you've got a lot of cover, so people aren't going to be hitting you with a sniper or a scout rifle from really far away. It's sort of a tight space with a high ceiling. I yeeted a couple of those. Well, I think actually it was pretty close to a Wii ran. But anyways, and then eventually there came the bags from that team of 3, right? And then I just kind of struggled after that because I was outnumbered a lot. There's more of the baggage. And I played really well, as you can see, you know, 30 kills, 4.29, but then my team was 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.7, one guy broke even. That was really a struggle bus. So we go into the following match, and I did not start well. I did not start well. And lit a fire in my belly, I suppose. But I kept getting killed and outnumbered and jumped on, and eventually I was like, nah. I did. It's like that meme where, you know, the guy's sitting back in his chair, and then something happens, and then the next picture is him leaning forward in his chair with the controller. You know, that was me, because as you can see, bam, the handhelds and the controverse and all that business, and the unbroken guy with the crimson. He got like, I don't know, I want to say 3 or 4 kills on me in a row. So it was rough, and I thought, man, this is just going to be a bad match, isn't it? At one point I was on the bottom of my team. We turned this into a 50 bomb against the Tbagging team. This is about the point that I decided to really just turn it on. We're down, not by much, but we're down. I start to really use my heat rises buff really well. I was sort of being reckless with it, admittedly. I was just jumping in the middle of places with long open sight lines and getting myself hit from multiple angles, playing pretty recklessly. Eventually I decided, you know what, maybe I ought to like turn the brain on and be smart here. And sure enough, we ended up having a really great Wii ran, and dropped 50 elims this match. I gotta say, lobby balancing and matchmaking issues aside, the new solar changes have just been so much fun to play with, and some of the new weapons in the perk pool, or in the loot pool, like this breach light, for example, have I've really fallen in love with. So it's been fun, because I have like, I want to say I probably have about 10 weapons right now, that I really like using. So it's good because I get to mix things up a lot, you know. Kind of change around my loadout and keep things fresh. I'm not just using the same things over and well. I'm using the same things over and over again, sure, but it's like 10 different things. It's not just one small loadout, you know, just one shotgun, one primary, or anything like that. So I've really been digging sidearms in general. I had this nice I almost said Summon Volunteers, but that would have been very incorrect. Reaper. Not Reaper, it's not even that. Gosh, I suck at speaking. Ghost in the Night. Phantom. Right? Phantom, is that? I think that's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. I made this guy go to cover and then came down with that melee ability on him. But, yeah, I held this back corner of the map for quite a while. Not because I was trying to camp it, but because they just kept pushing. And it has really nice defensible angles if you play him correctly, which was quite a bit of fun. I like using Deathbringer, by the way. Man, that rocket launcher is just stupid amounts of fun. Here I think I got a quad, but only one of them was an actual like final blow. So I just pegged a bunch of people, tagged them with some damage. This guy drops a bubble right where I am, and at one point I was pretty sure I domed him when he stepped out, but I guess it was, I don't know, just a little bit off. It looked perfect, but I think it ends up hitting the bubble. Nice little aerial snip there. You end up getting above the cover that people think they're safe. And that right there, I was like, oh. And then here again, I thought I got him right as he stepped out, but I guess not. I got no assist markers or anything like that. But, I had something on the tip of my tongue that I was going to talk about, but I'm forgetting what it was. Sidearms are fun right now, by the way. I think I'm going to do a full review of my breach light because it is pretty filthy. That was the teabagger, so I didn't bag back, but I definitely am not above throwing down the rest in peace emote, little tombstone emote. Here lies that guy. Here he is again. Man, it's just so fun. It's just a different way to play the game, you know. I also ran into a 6 stack of 6 unbroken players last night in this same sitting. Right, 6. They're a UK clan, and this is how they play the game. They 6 stack quick play, and they put on all sweaty loadouts and NFs and dust rocks and ward cliffs, and they just farm people. And I will always defend their right to do that, but I don't have to enjoy it. And I didn't. I was the only person on my team that went positive. I had a 2.0 exact on the dot. I had a 2.0 on the dot against a team of 6 unbrokens. Swinging for the fences. Most of my teammates were sub 0.5 in the KAD department, and that's to be expected. What's y'all's experience right now with lobby bouncing? By the way, I'd be curious to hear. Feel free to drop that in the comments section. There's the Weeran, by the way, and I got Rampage on this breach light, so I figured I'd just hold forward as I had 3 in a row there, and this makes 4 with that breach. Such a fun sidearm, such a fun sidearm. I'd like to talk maybe a little bit more about lobby balancing and kind of where I'm at, but I think I'll take the time to collect a bunch of data, some post-game reports and whatnot from my gaming sessions that sort of support. It's like hit or miss. Sometimes these matches are down to the wire, and then other times it's like that first game that I showed you in this gameplay on Widow's Court, where my team is 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, and then there's me up there, you know, with 30 elims and a 4.0. And it's like, it's not just punishing for the good player, it's also punishing, I think, for the low skill players in the lobby that end up having to, because of lobby bouncing, they have to play in a lobby where they are worse than every player on the enemy team. They're worse than every player on the enemy team. So that's something I think it's worth talking about. I'm not militant about it, but it'd be worth chatting about. But anyways, there's the 50 bomb. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, floofing around with that breach light. And thanks for watching the video, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to catch you in the Crucible.